Okay, take two. So apparently I needed to move because my signal strength was not good. So anyway, I deleted the old post and here we go again. So this week is, we're still in DJ month this month. And I wanted to get on here. Hi, Jeremy, you're still pinging me. I wanted to get on here and talk about the question of the week, which was a DJ or band. So I wrote down a few thoughts that I think would really help when trying to decide which one you wanted to go with. So, and thinking about those things, I have 5 different things to think about, which would be your vibe, music selection, budget, space, and the personality. Hey Joyce, I finally found some signal. So in thinking about the vibe of your wedding, you want to think about, are you going to be more of a classic wedding? Do you want nostalgic music? And do you want the romantic feels, going through your event, from start to finish? Usually they're generally, there's a flow all the way through, as you know. So the vibe of your wedding is important to see. Hi. We have lots of people pinging in. And then on a DJ, to me, they're more modern. And they tend to draw the party crowd more because for multiple reasons. To me, it's the light show, it's different things like that. It's being able to change on the spot instantly. So think about your vibe as far as that goes. On music selection, if you're very, very sure on what you want a specific sound, you want specific songs exactly in the original form, you're going to want to go with a DJ. A DJ has access to any song that you can think of, and they can pull it up on site instantly. Whereas a band, they may be the best band you've ever seen. They may be wonderful, and your favorite band ever, but they don't know every song there is. And if you want a specific song and you want it to sound exactly the way it was originally performed, then the band probably is not going to be able to do that. So that's another thought. And then we'll move on to budget, because this is a big factor to me in deciding. A band is going to be more expensive, generally all the way across the board, because they have more moving parts, there's more people to think about. It's not just a single person being paid. And there's more instruments, things like that have to be moved than there is with a DJ. So a DJ is typically going to be less expensive, unless you want like all the bells and whistles. You want light shows and sparklers set off and a fog machine. Unless you want every single extra there is, a DJ is going to be less expensive. The fourth thing I want to talk about is space. So if you have a small dance floor, you're not going to want to have a band, because the band is going to take up half of your dance floor. They need a lot more room to set up, even the best bands, can condense, but they need more room for all their instruments and things like that. So think about the size of your dance floor. A DJ can typically go into a corner. They usually have one table with their equipment on it, and then maybe side lights, things like that, but they take up less room. Another thing also in space is, if you're doing an outdoor event, you need to be sure, if you are having a DJ, they need electricity to run. So if you're doing an outdoor space and you have wide open spaces and no access to electricity, then you could totally do a band. Anyway, just throwing that out there. Lastly, personality. So a band, the lead band member, the band leader, I'll get it out right in a minute. The band leader, he can totally interact with the crowd more. He may get out and dance, or walk out into the crowd with your guests and interact with them more than a DJ can. But a DJ can also change things on the spot instantly. He can also read the crowd and maybe instantly change up where a band might not be able to instantly change up. So there's pros and cons to both. It just depends on what you like. I love a live band. I think they're wonderful. I'm a music person. I love to see anything live. If you want that vibe of live and in real time, then going with a band is probably for you. But a DJ can interact with the crowd more, but you also want to be sure on both of them that their personalities are compatible with yours. You don't like, I think we talked about last week where, you have people that are mic heavy, or they have a dull personality, or they think a little too much of themselves, and they forget to keep the focus on the bride and groom. We want the focus to be on the bride and groom. It's all about y'all. It is the biggest party you're ever going to throw, probably, in your life. And so you want to keep the focus on you guys, celebration of you, and, with the right personality, a band leader or your DJ can do that for you. So, another thing to do, either way you go, for your DJ or for your band, is to check them out. Go and check them out live. If the band is live or they're going to be at another event, ask them, can you come by and check them out? I mean, I wouldn't go off the word of somebody else. They may not be compatible with your personality. They may not be exactly what you want. And then likewise with the DJ, watch videos that they post. Talk to other brides who have used them. Be sure and do your research to begin with. And then also, either way you go, be very clear with them and tell them your likes and dislikes. Hey, I like this type of music. I do not like this. I know that this is a popular song right now, but I do not like it and I don't want to hear it. Even if someone requests it, I don't want this song. Things like that are very, very important. You need to be sure and tell, your DJ or your band leader, either one. Everything, transparency makes things best. So anyway, I hope that helped you guys with some of the questions of a band or a DJ. I love them both. I love the DJs that are really good and then they can just boom on an instant, fill the crowd and say, okay, we'll take this up. Okay, we'll take this down. I love a great DJ. I love our in-house DJ, Mike. He's great. And so, hi, Mike. Shout out to him. But there are other DJs that I've met over the past 15 years that I loved. And then there are some that I've met that I was not impressed with at all. So, pick who makes an impression on you and be sure to do your research ahead of time. Well, that's it for this week. And I guess I will see you guys next week. Y'all have a wonderful day and have a great weekend.